Good morning and welcome back to Desert Theory Farm Week. Oh, we're starting off this morning. Got to get the combine serviced, greased, filters blown out, these warmed up, checked for oil, another tractor check for oil. There's a lot of work that goes into this even before you start the first tractor, so here we go.
Set it somewhere level, shut it back off.
James fueling up. Again, this is the newest tractor on the farm. First year I've driven this thing, the 8310. And this suspension is a complete game changer. I don't know if you can see that, but talk about a different ride through a field with that. It really is pretty crazy. I really enjoy this tractor. And just like that, everything's fired up and the peaceful mornings turned into sounding more like harvest. So I think Jess is gonna ride one turn with me in the semi, so that's pretty cool. If any of you don't remember, Jess is my cousin. Yep. She's young enough to look like my niece, but that's just how that works. We had some pretty big help out here today. Can you wave at everyone? Can you wave at the camera and say hi? I love what you've done with your hair. We'll go see if Uncle Mike's done with this side. We'll get these panels put back on. They're guards if he is. It appears the battery's just a touch weak on the 3020. She needs a little help starting this morning. Guys, I just absolutely love getting to come here and do this. It's such a blast and pretty cool that Uncle Mike puts up with all my filming, and maybe he'll be able to look back at all this and see, just in the, I think, 7 years I've been farming, a lot of things that have happened on this farm that have gotten bigger and better, and it's pretty cool to watch them growing in acres and growing in equipment and grain carts. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool watching the process from the outside looking in, and it's fun to be a part of it. So this is pretty cool. Uncle Mike's got a rider this morning. Okay, so Uncle Mike had a co-driver with him this morning, and I also have a co-driver with me. So Jessica Klein, formerly known as Jessica Feldman, my cousin, is riding with me on the first turn, so pretty cool. What's your favorite part about farming? James, planting is his favorite. Harvest is your favorite?
Yeah.
I like harvest too, and I guess I haven't been here for planting, but I like seeing everything you did worked out. Yeah. And then, you know, obviously there's some influences of
the whole year's worth of work right here.
Yeah. Pretty cool. Well, we'll get back to you once we get into Portsmouth at the grain bin unload. Okay, first load of the day going in the grain bin. Everything's running smooth so far. Jess, is there anything better than standing next to a manure pile, watching corn get unloaded?
Nope.
This is it, huh?
Yep.
Okay. So like I said this morning, there's only 14 acres at Mike's, and we're done. We're done with all of his fields, all of his farms. James and Jessica have their farm to start after that. Now, how many acres on that? 120 acres they're renting and farming. So they're gonna start on that process. So hopefully we'll get all the equipment moved to their farm, get them ready, maybe even start on Monday. So pretty excited about that. Getting there, that's the second year that they've been farming, is that right?
Maybe third, I'm not sure.
Maybe third. I know they had soybeans and now corn.
I think it's corn last year.
So corn on corn, okay. Well, pretty fun watching that, watching them enter into the farming business. It's not an easy one to get into, so it's taking a lot of work and a lot of hard work and a lot of time, a lot of money for them to do that. So pretty cool. That's done with probably 1 of 3 loads today. So it was really fun having Jess with me on the first one. Unfortunately for me, I think Mal's gonna be nap time. So, but pretty cool getting to catch up and see her and hang out for a bit. All right, now we're back in the tractor, and it's time for Jess and I to unload onto the semi. It's pretty cool. This tractor has a buddy seat, if you can see this right here. So you can bring your buddy, your cousin, both, I guess.
Ready to rock and roll.
Nice. What about you, Wes?
Yeah, fine.
Fine?
Yeah.
Yeah?
The fair, it's frog's hair.
Fine as frogs there, he says. All right, up to John. He's headed up. Catch under the combine. He'll be running this grain cart the rest of the day and then also helping get it all the way back to the home farm, or at least to Jessica and James' farm. So one or the other, I don't know yet. Man, what a tractor. So James is coming back with the full cart, and Mal, and Jessica and Mal are gonna get out of here. James is going to dump onto the semi here, and I'll be off for another load. So if I heard the radio right, this might be the final load of the season for me, as far as going on a longer trip. So it sounds like there might be so little bit left, and they actually made a couple dumps that this will be the last one, and then we're gonna be pulling some stuff home, but we'll figure that out in a second. So incredibly cool that you don't have to be perfectly lined up side to side with the truck, and you can aim it with that. It makes a guy like me not a bad grain cart operator, so it's pretty cool. Okay, so the last of the corn just came out. We got to get this hopper picked up where James can pull forward. Okay. So it's low enough now, we'll hook up this chain. Hang it down. A little bit more up. Okay, so that's just when you're riding down the road, it's sitting on this chain and not on your cable over all of the pulleys.
Don't forget you got a box in your back.
And the box that goes on the straight truck, we put in the back of this truck in the trailer. So if we forget about it and unload corn on it, it's gonna make a heck of a mess. So you better see a video right after this one that's showing me unloading that. Otherwise, Uncle Mike will not be impressed. Okay, so it's a good thing you're seeing me make this video before anything else, because that means I didn't forget it. It's slippery. That's a pain in the ass. Well, we made it. We haven't broken anything so far. There was really no part of that that made me look like I had a brain. I think that was a bad idea. Okay, so plans changed just a little bit, or at least my understanding of them did. So 30/20, it's gonna stay here for now. It's not a rush that gets home. It can sit here for a couple days. This, on the other hand, the header, the corn head, needs to be at James's farm. So I'm gonna take this instead of the 30/20 and get this back to that farm, and we're actually gonna start tonight on that. So pretty excited about that. I'm not all the way done farming yet. We are gonna be doing a little bit of grain cart and some short trucking. It sounds like we're just trucking across the road. It's illegal to drive down the road with a grain cart. So even though it's a real short time to be legal, we're gonna do that. So now driving with this corn head is, I don't like it. It is more difficult than I thought it was gonna be. And it's just, you have to be really careful about your right hand side. So I'll try and get the mirror in there. I don't know if you can see how far that is out, sticking over the right. So, okay, so I traveled down the road a little bit, bounced it a little bit. Just gonna check these straps. They're still tight, even though this thing isn't kind of slid over where I'd really like it to be, or where it's kind of supposed to be. It doesn't appear to be too big of an issue. Here's what I was talking about. These cones, they lock up like that, which would make that a lot better, obviously. But because of these, N1 doesn't do it. So why do it to any of them? So we'll put it down, and we'll be really careful about mailboxes. All right, so I've actually never been to this farm. I've driven by it, kind of forgot where that was actually. But I do see a very familiar looking tractor. A couple of them all pulling into a certain spot here. So, I think we've arrived. I also see an auger set up. So when I left, I asked Uncle Mike how fast I should go. He said around 25 or 30. Well, they left like 20 minutes ahead of me, so I think I'm gonna have to talk to Uncle Mike about speeding. right, so they're gonna open up. We'll have to get some rides home, do some different things, but I'm sure they're gonna open up in the light here, and I'll have to get a ride home and get to the semi. Like I said, this is just that straight section of road we gotta drive up, and it's not legal with a fully loaded grain cart. Ooh, it looks like James Klein is stepping into the combine and his corn. So this is pretty cool. Uncle Mike was riding in the buddy seat. James was combining. Now, unfortunately, there was a lot of green snap, I think they call it. So you can see that there's a big wind that came through here. So some places are gonna look real good and some places are gonna be kind of weird just because of that green snap on it. So okay, the field's opened up enough. Wes got a grain cart down here. Uncle John in the 8310. So I've only ever seen Uncle Mike in the combine, so this is kind of weird. He thinks it's kind of weird too.
I kind of like it.
So kind of cool combining your own corn, sir.
It's nice to see all the dollars you spent. See how many dollars you're going to get back out of it, I guess.
He had 34 on West and I got 26 here, so we've got our 60.
Perfect. For my...
Hey Brian, I'm sorry about that. I kind of goofed on that last dump.
Yeah, you tell him not to worry. So Uncle John always, or a lot of times, fills from the back and then works back towards the middle of the trailer. Works out good for him.
That's the way I was trained, because you put all the corn on the back here and then it slides down toward the gate on the bottom, so that when you're near finished you're going to be right in the middle of the truck and it's easier to cut it off at the right time.
Those ears aren't next to the ground, they're up quite a way.
I made it to 6th gear, and that was it. There's not too much trucking on this one. So I pulled in here and I kept it as close to that bend as I could. Came up, you can see my tire tracks. My trailer obviously tracked in, and I just don't know if I'm gonna be close enough, so I might have to pull forward and then back up. But we're gonna push it over there and see how it looks. So I'm gonna pull up farther. I think if I keep it as close to the tractor as I can, I might be able to kind of save this, but I'll definitely do it a little bit different next time. I don't know how yet, but I got it kind of figured out. We'll get it kind of figured out as we go along. Okay, so I don't love it just because of how close I have to get to the tractor tire, but that's just the way it works sometimes. So Wes just got done unloading one more full grain cart and we're ready to go on. You saw my entire drive takes about 2 minutes, so we're going pretty quick and we'll be getting a lot of corn out of here tonight. But now the important stuff, it's time for dinner. And I can just not tell you how cool the front of this tractor looks driving it with these 2 tires on each side. It just looks tough. I love it. Okay, so I just swapped carts with Uncle Mike because I wanted a little bit more corn on the semi. Even though it's the world's shortest trip, I was quite a bit short. So let's see, I have 11,000 pounds on here. We'll see how much I actually get onto the semi, see if it's a good call or not, but that's what I decided to do. Okay, so we had 11,000 pounds on this cart when we started. I'm trying to aim that grain spout to get it off of that tarp cover, but it's not working. So something's going on there. We have 900 pounds left. We started with 11,000, so I think it was worth it. Okay, so on this one, I came back. That tractor and grain cart are just sitting there ready for me to offload onto the truck, so we'll do it. Alrighty, swapped out with Uncle Mike. Back in the 8300. We'll go over and dump again. All right, we got Uncle Mike still on the grain cart. James in the combine. Looks like we're done. I'm off on another round. Okay, so we're back from the bin site. I've probably done 4 or 5 runs since I brought the camera out. It's just so dark at the bin site. Pretty dark here even, and it's really going good here. Lots of corn coming out of the field for sure, so pretty neat. Back up just a little bit, get it closer to the front of that trailer. There we go. But yeah, just a great night. There's not enough hauling on this one for me. I'm in the semi, but I'm only in the semi for about a minute. So, but I'm not gonna complain at all because it's that super busy. You're in the grain cart, you're doing this, you're waiting for Mike's filling, you're up the hill, so it really makes the day go quick. And then it's also just fun helping out James and Mike here and getting all this stuff out of the field and being part of it. It's cool to be part of this team, so I love it. All right, well, everybody, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the morning. Goodbye.